Yo, minasan, Takumi Fujiwara desu. I'm finally back from my placement, my school placement, and I've been having some free time. I've been learning again how to drift and everything. For my placement, if you guys weren't aware, I was gone for the past 2 weeks. I'm doing school teaching, and that was my first placement. It was supposed to be observing, but then I managed to learn and start to teach the kids as well. I think overall I enjoyed it. There was some incidents like kids bringing their machetes to the school and everything, but it was cool to see how we handled that situation and everything. I mean, I end up enjoying the placement. I enjoy teaching the kids as well. At first, it was so nervous for me to interact with the kids, but I was teaching like the year 7 or year 8. I think it was year 7, and then the kid starts to approach me instantly and ask me, "Hey, what course are you studying? Are you studying university now?" And it was pretty wholesome. So in the end, the kids open up to me first, then I end up opening up to the kids and I start to teach them and everything. And it was fun to see. I have my 350 set car as well, and whenever I drive in the school, it looks like the scene from Tokyo Drift basically. And the kids love it. The kids loves the car as well. So after a while, like the second or the third day, people keep talking about, like, whenever I walk past through, and then they were like, "Hey, that's the pre-circus teacher with the 350, or like if they don't know what the 350 is, then they would call me the Blue Swift boy. "Hey, there's the Blue Swift boy going around." So I end up like making friends with some of the kids as well. I know their names and how they learn and everything. It was fun to see how they grow. Even though I was only there for 2 weeks, I managed to be friends with the naughty kids, because how I teach is very different than how normal teachers teach. But of course, you're not allowed to give them your social media, so I end up not following them or like not adding them anywhere as well. But I hope all the best for them. But on my side panel of my car, it does have my YouTube channel, so who knows, maybe some kids actually followed me through my panel, through my YouTube link. It would be funny to see that. But overall, the school placement, like, I was so lucky. My mentor was very fun, and they were very forgiving and very kind to me as well. So overall, it was fun to be in that placement. I enjoyed it, and I became friends, or like, I became friends with the kids who doesn't really learn, or the naughty kids, let's say the naughty kids, or the one who usually slack off class. But when I stopped teaching them, they're like, "Hey, I knew that I like your car, by the way." So I end up like talking to them in this like bro language, and they end up like liking me and how I teach, and they end up focusing attention to the class and end up doing their work. I even had some wholesome moments where I made some different handshake to the kids, like, "Hey, hello, mister," how they speak. It was pretty fun. But yeah, enough for the placement. Let's talk about the drifting. So I've been learning how to do clutch kick as well, clutch kick drifting. And I do have a question towards clutch kick drifting especially. So I know that they say if you hold the clutch while you're drifting, it's to correct a position. So if your car is drifting too much, like this way, you want to hold the clutch so it will like maintain that to the original form, then you can continue the drift, right? That one I understand. That one I practice and try, and it works, but I haven't managed to like get it into my muscle memory yet. I've been learning how to clutch kick transition on some videos. I did some tandems, not really tandems, but some practice of tandems with some randoms that I met on random servers. So I had a holiday for the past 3 days actually. So today, yesterday, and 2 days ago, I did most of it practicing Mt Akina, but I did it on the AE86 tune. I realized how prettier it is compared to the drift, and it's more like the way you drift is using braking drift, which it has me thinking again of when I used to say something about the braking sweet spot back then, right? With the braking drift, it works. But today's practice, I'm just using the A86 drift again, and I just want to check my progress uphill, because I haven't been driving uphill I think since day 33 of my drift progress, and I can see some methods that I do is still the same thing, but I managed to get faster time PB as well. It's 5:30 uphill, which is not too bad comparing 5:30 uphill and then 5:10 downhill. That's my PB at the moment. And yeah, some people can see if I want to turn right, you see my car I always slam the car right. I always do the inertia drift, or I always do the Scandinavian flick. So what I do if I want to turn right, I just flick the car right. And one comment last time asked me I should learn how to just start using the braking drift. That's why yesterday I end up using the Tune 86 to try and drift using the braking drift, and it's very difficult for me to find that sweet spot again. But yeah, of course I'm gonna have to practice that as well, because especially on Toge, I don't want to keep doing Scandinavian flick on everything, because what if the enemy is next to me and we're doing like really fast pace, and then suddenly I do Scandinavian flick and it just ends up in a crash, right? So that's what happened. And it's been fun. I practice a lot on different cars as well, not just the A86. I practice BDC again, BDC throttling input and everything. It really helped. And then I start using VDC car, but VDC Critical Drift Championship, it's very hard for me to maintain. I don't think I can. I'm not on this level yet, so I'm just doing this for fun. And as well as I'm using mostly the WDT car type, and I think that's the one that I'm learning with, and I think that's not bad, even though it has a turbo, but I don't think it's that. It's been like more realistic for me to drift using the WDT than any other car pack. You tried to use the Swarm pack as well, but Swarm I somehow cannot control the car. It's very different. And maybe, yeah, I really want to learn how to use this PDC car type or really high powered car only after I learn how to drift above third gear, because at the moment I can only drift either using second gear for like clutch kick into like transitions. Third gear I'm still having problem with it, so at the moment I'm learning high speed drifts, which should be fun. And there was a comment last time, why do I not try drift rally? The answer is I did not drift rally. I had drift rally, but it was back when I still had my Logitech, and the Logitech was not powerful enough to maintain that forced feedback. So when I tried drift rally, it keeps shadowing the whole table. It keeps shaking basically. It was really hard because it's a rocky road, right? So all the wheels and everything starts to, I can tell something is getting like, if I keep doing this, it will be broken inside. So I end up uninstalling it, and I haven't really installed it again because of my disk space. I don't have enough disk space because I have a lot of games as well. What I recently downloaded again was Forza Horizon 5. I managed to fix everything, but the physics is very different than Assetto Corsa. I tried to drift on it. I can do some drift, but yeah, the physics is very different than Assetto Corsa. That's what I can say about it. So yeah, today's practice is just Mt Akina Uphill. It's just using some Scandinavian flick again. Sorry if this has been me talking for the past 9 minutes. Just me talking about my placement and what's going on for the last 2 weeks. I mean, it was exciting for me to have cut placement, so that's why I'm sharing this to you guys. But if you guys get through the drift, you can do so. I'm just showing my progression as well. But at the moment, and going ahead for the next few days as well, I'm gonna focus on trying to do maintaining the drift, because I think I'm improving than what I did 2 weeks ago with my drift into drifts. At least I can select the car to initiate a drift now. So yeah, enjoy the video.